Welcome back. So today marks exactly a year since celebrity Dr Nandipha Maguduma and her lover, Thabo Bester, were arrested. The couple were detained in Arush, Tanzania in early April after going on the run. This was after a major expose by Ground Up on Bester's 2020 prison escape. Magudumana's lawyers complained to Correctional Services this year about their client's alleged ill treatment at Bizzah Makhate Centre in the Free State. They have given the Commission a deadline to respond by the 30th of April. Well, we'll speak now to Magudumana's lawyer, Mr. Machini Motloung. Mr. Motloung, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so let's talk about the ill treatment and inhumane treatment that you believe Dr. Nandipha Maguduma is receiving at the Correctional Centre.
Thank you for having me, and good morning to your viewers. Look, in the main, I just want to upfront indicate that we're not really going to dwell much into the space of delineating the merits and demerits of the issues that are raised in our correspondence to the National Commissioner. We would want to afford the National Commissioner and his team the opportunity to zoom into the myriad of issues that are raised in our correspondence, and to sufficiently, address those issues to our client's satisfaction. However, I would confirm that we authored the correspondence. In the main, it's a complaint about ill treatment and cruel, inhumane, and degrading conditions that our client, Dr. Nandipha Maguduma, experiences in their facility.
Okay. Now, I'm just worried because you're saying that you're not going to get into the merits of the issue, but this is in the public interest. I think people are really interested in this one. You're claiming that Dr. Nandipha Maguduma is complaining that she has been isolated at the Correctional Centre. What do we know about that? What does that mean?
No. I don't think it was captured properly. What we are saying in the main one, which is also in the public domain, is that there are two cases of assault which have been laid by Dr. Nandipha Maguduma against her assailants. To this day, the first case was laid on the 11th of October, 2023. To this date, she does not even know what is happening with the matter. No one has been charged about it. And correctional officials are directly implicated in the commission of that offense. Recently, she laid a complaint against, or rather laid charges against an inmate who is mentally challenged, by the way, and who acted in cahoots with a sentenced inmate. So there are a myriad of issues that flow from our complaint, that among others, the having a sentenced inmate housed with remand detainees, that on its own becomes problematic. And even to this date, this matter, after she had laid the charges, to this date, nothing has come out of those charges. No one has appeared in court in respect of those charges. There are issues of her not being allowed to have access, to exercise like any other inmate has such right, and the right to attend to church services and all of that. Until recently, after really she's been making a series of complaints that she was allowed some of those privileges that are ordinarily given to all other remand detainees. So it's on those bases that there are so many issues that are raised in our correspondence. But of importance now, lady, is that we have, and our client, for that matter, has continuously laid these complaints to the authorities to no avail. She's been.
So what do you make then of the fact that a month ago when these allegations of assault, and you talk about that incident of course, saying that nothing has taken place even after she opened a criminal case. What do you make then of the Department of Correctional Services healthcare officials saying that they've conducted an examination of her health after that alleged assault and found no visible injuries? Is that in your view a position that you think means that the Department of Correctional Services does not take Dr. Magudumana's concerns seriously?
Not only that, Naledi, but at the heart of it is the amount of misleading. This statement that was made shortly after the charges were laid was quite reckless and patently misleading, because in actual fact, there is a picture that was taken later of Dr. Magudumana's injuries. Those injuries are so visible. The abrasions there are so visible. Now for the department to come out in public and claim that there was no visible injury really is devoid of the truth. And that is the other aspect of a complaint, to say instead of the department investigating thoroughly the circumstances that led to her assault. By the way, the Correctional Services Act also guarantees that inmates who are housed in their facility should be housed in a safe and secure environment. And this is not the case with her.
What has happened to the inmate that you claim assaulted Dr. Nandipha Magudumana?
We still want to know, even now. No one has had the audacity to come back to her and give a feedback in terms of progress that has been made thus far, except that shortly after she had actually assaulted her, there is also an allegation that she attempted to assault the correctional officers in the facility, to the extent that she was whisked away and taken to a medical facility where she came back heavily sedated. So nothing happened about it. This was a very aggressive individual who was housed with where Dr. Nandipha Magudumana is also housed, and nothing came out of the complaint that she laid. Nothing came out of the criminal charges that she laid with the police.
All right. So
this is an unfair treatment that we are actually delineating in our correspondence.
Okay, so you've given the Correctional Commissioner up until the 30th of April to respond. What happens if you don't get a response?
No, we are clear in terms of the consequences that will flow from non-adherence to the timelines given to the Commissioner. We are very clear on it, that we will consider all other legal avenues to assert her rights. We take these complaints very seriously, and we implore the Correctional Services Department, particularly the National Commissioner, to do likewise, to ensure that a proper investigation is conducted, which would be inclusive but not limited to conducting an interview with all the relevant parties, including our client, accessing all the information and records in her file, including complaints that had previously been laid and which are in writing, by the way, and which were not attended to. So all of those myriad of factors should form part and basis of the investigations report that should then be made available to us with the findings of the investigations team, so as to ensure that her rights, particularly a right to human dignity, is safeguarded and protected. By the way, we've also made these complaints, or we've made the other relevant stakeholders, such as the South African Human Rights Commission and the Inspectorate, the Judges Inspectorate in Correctional Services. We have made them aware of the existence of this complaint. And we hope that the complaint will receive the necessary and requisite attention it deserves.